If it was up to me, I wouldn't give these nobodies no sympathy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I just wanna see when, wanna see if this world. Hello everybody, my name is Carrie. Welcome back to my channel. Super excited because I just posted that I got 500 followers and now I have, as of right now, 600, which is so crazy. Hi. Hello. I don't even know where you people came from. I'm stoked that you're here though. Speaking of being stoked, guess whose book I'm reading? So by the title of the video, you can see that I will be recording every time throughout the week that I will read because I want to show just how much I actually can read. So far, it's just basically been it's been hard recently. It's just because I have so much other stuff going on, such as reading books for classes that I need to read, things on my own accord that have been a little stressful, just a little bit like, I don't feel like reading right now, you know, I'm too tired, which you know, it's my fault because I find myself scrolling more and, you know, I mean, watching YouTube, so, you know, could be a little bit better, but I'm hoping that once I kind of get everything in a row, everything that I need to know is coming on this day or this week, I feel like I'll be fine. But it's such a beautiful day outside and I want to read outside. I kept thinking that before I got ready for classes, and I kept thinking that during the test I had, because I had to study for most of my morning before I took this test, and I just want to sit outside. What I will be reading is Dracula. It's very interesting so far. I'm at chapter 3. I have to read until chapter 4. I have to read to chapter 5 basically. But I really want to get back into reading this book. I'm just going to pick up where I left off because I remember it pretty well. And it's really interesting. I was hoping to finish this for March. I did not. On my March, April TBR list, I also have my best friend's Exorcism that I need to finish. At least I need to start and then read. But, you know, I mean, I've just been kind of doing my own thing. I've been having fun in my meantime because it is my senior year. Yeah, I mean, other than that, let's get to it.
The only thing I do not like about Dracula is these pages. I mean, there's so much, so you think that like I would be able to like read this all and be fast with it, but like look at the margin on the other page. Look how close that is to the spine. Like I literally have to tilt my book to like show you guys, but then I have to like pull at like this side when I'm trying to read it. Like look, it's so close and tight.
That's what she said.
Right, it is currently 11:19 p.m. on Monday, April 7th. I forgot to say the date earlier, so it is Monday. Great news. Oh my god, great news. For this semester, this is my last semester at college, I only have one class Tuesday, Thursdays. While I was just having fun at Costco, that's the most Midwest thing you could do, with my boyfriend, I got an email saying that my only class tomorrow is canceled. So I am so excited because that means I can probably finish The Hidden if I really want to. But here's the thing, I did some work tonight for that class actually. I have a little short essay for this class that I finished, and I have a little short essay for another class I have due this next Monday. And so you're probably like, you can push it off. Yeah, but I can't. Especially because this weekend I'm going to go to Cincinnati for a baseball game. But I'm just someone who likes to get everything out of the way so I don't have to worry about it and I can just have fun without it kind of hanging over my head, you know, and tiring myself to get it done, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Just been a minute, it's 11:20 now. I am going to read The Hidden. Oh, I forgot to say, I am logging how many chapters I read for each book I read, so Dracula and The Hidden so far, and I will count, how many chapters I read, and I will count the pages. So far in Dracula, off the top of my head, I know it was 2 chapters, 8 pages. For The Hidden, it was 7 chapters, 19 pages. I think I will update you all the next day. I'll read, maybe give you updates then, I don't know. But if I continue to read more, I'll probably share with you how many chapters and how many pages I read in total on Wednesday. You see, I'll probably change that, because sometimes I do get pretty tired of reading and my eyes just kind of need to focus on something else. My brain needs to be, turned off for a bit, which is, I think that's pretty okay. It's fine too. But yeah, I am just going to read The Hidden. I'll update you where I am tomorrow. I will say, because even though my class is canceled tomorrow, the class I'm reading Dracula for, I think I will just go ahead and read the chapters that I'm supposed to read for Thursday. And okay, I'm not a big kiss ass, okay? I wanted to read ahead, I would, but I mean, you saw how these pages look. I don't really hate so many words, but like, it's just such a weird format, Anyways, I'm gonna read The Hidden, I'm gonna get in bed, and that'll be it. Hello everyone, welcome to Tuesday, April 9th, Tuesday, April 8th. It's only the second day of the week. It is almost noon, it's like 10 minutes till 12. Like I said last night, my only class got canceled, so I'm gonna be spending the day reading and relaxing. But I do want to go back to the gym. I haven't been in forever because I was having the worst time with allergies and being sick. Even before that, I stopped making time to go to the gym, which is never good. It's kind of weighing in on me with school and everything, just being like, I want to lay down. I want to just lay in bed and do nothing. Kind of gotten there, at that point. Weirdly, I don't have any senioritis unless that's the start of it. When I tell you I had senioritis bad in high school, I want it out. I want it out. So I'm going to continue reading The Hidden. I got to chapter 33 last night. So how many chapters did I read last night before I counted? Oh yeah, I got to 6 extra chapters. So yesterday for Dracula, I had read 2 chapters, which equal to 8 pages. I'm just like roughly estimating just because the format's weird. And then for The Hidden, I had, on my first read, it was 7 chapters, and I had that as 19 pages. And then the next was 6 chapters, which was 13 pages. This came to a total of 15 chapters and 40 pages. And I'm going to add this to the total at the end of the week, just to, give you a good view of how lucky you can be if you have a day with no classes versus a day where you have 3 classes. I was also lucky yesterday because my 11:15 was canceled. I'm excited. So I think I'm just going to get ready and read. Oh, because I do want to go back to the gym, I have been eating, I had breakfast and I told myself I need to drink water because I know my period's coming this week. And I've been having a lot of soda, which is not good for the skin and everything. And so, I just thought, I had a thought, I needed a cup. I needed something that held a lot of liquid. Carrie, don't you have a Stanley? Not the actual handle. It's this thing, and I love this thing more than the handle. But I do have a really cute knockoff Stanley that's covered in Snoopy's. So you're like, don't you have like that and the Snoopy knockoff Stanley? Yeah, but there's something about this one. There's just something about it. So I'm going to read and I'm going to hydrate for the gym. Usually I just tend to run more. I was into arms for the first semester, last semester, and sort of like earlier this semester, but I just really like running. I love getting the energy out. It helps me a lot with like ADHD things. I don't know, I just need to move to be able to think of things. So anyways, once I finish this, I will get ready for the gym. And you'll probably see me after I've showered and everything. I'm not taking you to the gym with me. Nope, I tried that before and I forgot to record. Hello everybody, it is currently 10 p.m. on Tuesday, April 8th. So what happened? It was beautiful out today, except it was like cold. It was so hot in my house on campus. I needed to get out. So I just took some old books that I've read and books that I wanted to get rid of, got them stored away. Then I was hit with a headache and it's come back. I don't think Excedrin works for me. I think just taking Advil and then taking a nap works. I did take a little nap, which was good. Anyways, wow. What a novel. Holy crap. I'm not done with it. Not done. I still have like this much to get through, which doesn't seem like a lot. Some of these chapters are actually pretty short. But I mean, wow, the twists in here, like it's not like anything crazy, but like wow. So if you remember me talking about this, the whole novel takes place like kind of going back and forth, but like a few days before Christmas, and now I'm at the part where it's like kind of Christmas. Basically, a woman who thinks she's some kind of mermaid who needs to get back to the ocean hurts the man she's been living with, and ooh, let's just say he's got some secrets too. Wow. Like at first I'm like, okay, like what was the point of hurting this man? You learn on the back that she basically bludgeoned the man, this woman who thinks she's a mermaid. And wow, you know what? Good for her. Good for her. After learning about this man, good for her. Really, I'm kind of captured by this. I mean, it's weird because like we've gotten some parts about like the mermaid stuff, like from like the past chapters, like chapters that take place in the past. But I'm really excited to see where this goes because the daughter of the woman who thinks she's a mermaid, she gets left behind. One of our other main characters who has a connection to the police officer investigating the crime, and it's really good. I think I want to read more of Melanie Golding's books. This is insane. I mean, like, such a good read, so interesting too. It's awesome. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm at chapter 42 right now, and there are, I think, 54 chapters. There's an epilogue, but yeah, 54 chapters. I looked very quickly because I don't want to see a word or anything that spoils anything for me. And I'm trying not to make this a spoiler video type thing, but this book is really, really good. So I may have to make my reading wrap-up video whenever the new one comes out. This is gonna have to be spoiled. Right now, I just kind of want to get in bed because this headache just came back full force. And oh, my total. Okay, so the total today I read a total of 9 chapters, 23 pages. Okay, definitely just because I wanted to get out today because it was really nice. Took a walk, you know, it's pretty nice. So far, my biggest day for reading was yesterday. I'm hoping that tomorrow I can at least kind of get it up a bit, which is totally fine because I'm gonna try to read more of Dracula, at least like get ahead on where my class should have been. And I hope I can finish this, and it's like I don't want to finish it, but I like want to know what happens. But I like saving that stuff for later. So I think I'm just going to watch Queso's stream on Twitch and get ready and go to bed. So you all will see me tomorrow for Wednesday. Good morning. It is just a few minutes until 9 on Wednesday, April 9th. And I'm on YouTube Partnership. This is crazy. Like, y'all, literally last night I was on the phone with my mom and I texted my boyfriend. I was like, man, you know, I mean, I just keep getting rejected. And granted, I've applied to jobs that's like, were they kind of out of my league? Yes, but it doesn't hurt to try, you know. Since then, you know, I just started kind of doing like applying for jobs that, you know, I don't see a future in, you know, like working at a bakery or something, although that is very fun. That is kind of fun. I mean, I was like telling my mom, like, I just, you know, like, yeah, I'm going for big things. Doesn't hurt to try. She was like, no, of course, but, you know, maybe let's just try to, for now, look at things that are jobs that, you know, maybe you're not going to stay at for long, but to make money. And I'm like, of course, that's what I want. And I haven't told anyone about this YouTube channel I mean, I'm pretty sure my sister probably knows. My sister can probably guess. Thank you guys. I mean, it's through your views that you've helped me reach it. That's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you. And I'm saying this with my nightcap and my sleep mask on, but thank you. The only fear I have is that I won't be able to rack up as many views as my video on Daddy's little toy. But that's what helped me to get to 500 subscribers, and now I'm pretty close to 1,000. At least, you know, I'm at like 650 subscribers right now, but who knows what's gonna happen when I, you know, release this video. So, I mean, just thank you. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Because, you know, this is like a part of my life where I can be creative and kind of just do what I want and, you know, make money for it. At least I hope I can make money for it. Like, literally, I've been looking for jobs that's book reviewer, movie reviewer, you know, and they're not easy to come across. And I mean, doing it here, it's really, really fun and really, really cool, because then I can add my own little creative spin to it. I have an audience who understands humor, who understands maybe some of the trends at the time, and it's just awesome. I don't know what to say except thank you. Okay, I was a bit quiet just because it is almost 9 in the morning and my voice sounds a bit weird because my nose decided to kind of be clogged up again, and it's not fun. I am planning on finishing The Hidden today. I have 3 classes today. Like I said, Monday, my first class of the day got canceled, and it seems like it is on for today. Best guess is that I'm going to try to read this between classes because the pages are too wide. The pages are too wide for me to be reading that between classes. And I'm just gonna read ahead no matter what, just because I was so behind on my last book that I had to read for this class. That's that video I will release sometime soon. Let's get into reading The Hidden.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I forgot.
No, I forgot. Oh god. I should have been recording for that last chapter I read. Literally, I put down my book, got my camera, turned it on while I was like this. Literally, what the heck? What is happening? Technically, I guess I'm on the last chapter. I kind of count it before the epilogue in a way, so you're gonna watch my reaction as I read the final chapter. Ooh, that line kind of ate. Wait, where's a pen? Ooh, wait, that line kind of ate too. Oh, is that like the first time selkies has been used in this book? Like, besides the quotes? Okay, now that epilogue 3 months later. Let's go, let's go. Okay. Oh, that clears up something from the chapter I was thinking about. Oh, there's a year later mark. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh my god. Oh. Wow. Wow. Okay, what? Wow. Okay, before I count the chapters and the pages, I don't know how many stars, excuse me, to give this. What I'm about to say truly does not keep me from rating a book higher or lower. Some parts of the book were pretty confusing. Like the chapter 53. So there was 3 characters in the scene, all of them pretty main characters. Their name was Constance, Ruby, and Leonie. Stay with me here. Leonie is the daughter of Constance, and Ruby had to travel to give Leonie back to Constance. It's a whole thing. Read the book. I think the author, probably when she was rewriting some of the scenes, especially at the last part, I think she changed some things around because at first Constance was holding Leonie, and then Ruby all of a sudden was rushing to Leonie, but she got there first. Like, so Ruby let Leonie run to her mother, Constance. Constance picked the child up, had her like on her hip. Constance gets upset, and it says Ruby rushed to her and got there first. But Constance was there first because she's holding the child. And they're like at a beach, like on an island, like, and apparently suddenly there were cliffs. So like there was a beach they were on, and then suddenly someone was being nearly dangled off a cliff that was 50 feet high from the water, like above sea level. And I'm like, what? How did I don't understand. Like, so you're telling me here's the beach, and then all of a sudden a character who kind of gets like dragged up a cliff. So we're here, and then in like the span of like 2 sentences, someone's all the way up here being dangled off a cliff. I think Melanie Golding meant to rewrite that. Other than that, pretty good book. You realize like, oh, some of these chapters in the past that you read first, and some that were happening in the past, they make sense once you reach the last chapter. Other than that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like 3 stars is kind of like my mediocre rating. I think I'll give this one 4 stars. I think I'll give The Hidden 4 stars. There was some, I think I said this, I can't remember. There was some grammar stuff, but I don't see that as a bad thing. Because if I love this book, okay, if I'm like, I'm going to read more from this author, that's not going to keep me from doing it. The last book I read, The Obsession, that had like a few grammar mistakes. But it reminds me that authors still make mistakes in their novels, in their writing, and that makes me someone who wants to be an author and write books. That makes me happy, you know? I'm like, yeah, you make mistakes, I make mistakes, we're human, you know? I don't know, it's this weird bond I make with myself and authors. She a fan, he a fly, they just wanna kumbaya. Nah, this world, concrete flowers grow. Heartache, she only doing what she know. Better days coming for sure. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give these nobodies no sympathy. I take away the pain, I give you everything. I just wanna see you win, wanna see if this world, everything goes. Come and put that on my soul. Literally my favorite part. Literally my favorite part. I'm listening to one of my OC playlists. Dare I say it's for a Marvel fan fiction? I still love writing fan fiction in this day and age. I feel like it's not as hyped up anymore though. Very weird. I write on Wattpad and AO3. I post on Wattpad first and then post to AO3. Same day though. If y'all kind of want me to do a video on that, I might. Cause like I've been listening to this playlist and like I'm thinking like maybe if I can adapt these characters to like maybe some future story, that would be pretty cool. But I've been thinking, I'm like, man, I totally like, I was writing Marvel fan fiction at the beginning of this year and I just gulp kind of fell off just because I may have gotten a little depressed. That and something happened with not even twirling my hair. Something may have happened with my job here on campus. But no, everything's fine. I'm still employed. It was just a big learning curve, a huge learning curve. Yeah, but I do. Ooh, if I wasn't making this video, I would literally be like, watch me write fan fiction. Like, oh, wait, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a video on that. I forgot to give you an exact total yesterday of how much I read, but that was 13 chapters and 35 total pages. And I think I had said yesterday that I wanted to get ahead on Dracula, just because I can't stop talking about this format. It's so... But I do want to get ahead because I do have the Dracula class today. Well, my monsters class. So that's what we're reading Dracula for. I feel like I've said this like a million times. Mostly all the books I read for school is because of that class, which is awesome. I do like this. The Howling that I read in like under 24 hours for my last video, that was for this class. I think I've talked about it before in other videos. It's a really fun class. It really is. I'm just gonna read on from chapter 5 to 10 because that's what we were originally supposed to read for today, but class was canceled, so now we're just going over chapters 1 through 4. Let's read Dracula. Also, real quick, people who like Dracula, who like this book, is Dracula kinda... Is he? Because there's like some subtext. Seriously, if like there's something about that, let me know. It's quite interesting actually. All right, hello everybody. It is almost 5:30 on Thursday, April 10th. I think I forgot to say the date today, but it's April 10th. Let me tell you guys some exciting news. I can't believe I forgot to say this yesterday, but I now can have memberships. Wait, what is it? Oh yeah, memberships. Yeah, I have memberships for my channel. I saw that I can make little icons, like upload things myself. So I'm definitely thinking about drawing some stuff that I like that's kind of, you know, niche to my channel, of course, as well as stickers, gifts even. I don't know if I'll do gifts, but definitely the stickers. I think that's very cute and very fun. So yeah, I hope I can still upload some of those. I think I still can. I think I can, even though I've applied for membership already, but yeah. There's 3 levels. I can't name the top of them off my head right now, but I could probably list them all here, and when you click on the membership you will see. But something that's really exciting is that if you do the level 3, which I do remember is called Friends the Parasocials, I tried to make them all like book topic related, you know? So level 3 is, you know, you get invited to my bookstagram Instagram account, but you get invited to the, what is that called, close friends list, okay? And that's what I'll just kind of showing you like my daily life, although it's not going to be as busy I think when it gets started because I'll probably be graduated from college by then, but you could probably see like into my life what I like to do over the summer anyways. I'm gonna sneeze. I love allergy season. Yes, so I think with that 3rd level, this is what I was kind of confused about. It was like, here's an option for viewers, but then here's an option for members. So I don't really know if they're one and the same or nothing, but one of them I will give you a shout out on my story, like if you're reading a book, or tell me like what book you're reading. But yeah, I'm super excited to start this, y'all. I'm so excited. Like, just thank you again. I'm literally over the moon. I'm so over the moon. But weirdly enough, and maybe I shouldn't say weirdly because, you know, it's highly revered and everything, but, you know, just because of how much of a classic it is, I thought I wouldn't like Dracula. I'm weirdly loving Dracula. Like, we talked about the, I can't say this word, the homoerotic subtext, like, subtleties in the novel, and my professor even posed like, if you guys can find some scholarly articles on that, you get bonus points. God, I can't even think today. Blew my brains out into the tissue. I also really want to watch Nosferatu with Lily Rose Depp and Nicholas Hoult. And then also, there's a Dracula with Gary Oldman and Keanu Reeves. But I've read ahead for Dracula, and I've gotten a couple more pages, but I'm going to read more into it just because it's really interesting now. So I'll get back to y'all on that. Hello, everyone. It is Friday, April 11th, and this is the first time I have filmed myself all day. I read a few pages today. What? It's not a lot. 4 pages of Dracula. 4 pages of Dracula. I did have some time today because a class got canceled. I had known it was going to be canceled since Wednesday, but my sister had a musical tonight, and so I got her tulips for it because I thought my parents were going to be there. I was told that they were going to be there the next night, but they ended up showing up, and my mom usually gets her flowers, so does my grandma, but my mom didn't have time today, so I just got really good child points right there. They were super cute. I wanted to keep them for myself. Bright yellow tulips. Thank you, Trader Joe's. But let me count up how many pages and chapters I read in total. In total, throughout this whole week. Also, if this math is wrong, like if someone's like, well, actually, you should have done this, I don't care. So, a total of how many chapters I read this week is 40. And now let's do the amount of pages, which I kind of figured would be more. At least that's my estimate. Okay, it was over 100. 113 pages total. That's not so bad. That is not so bad. And I think it's okay to, like, you know, start off strong at the beginning of the week. Maybe have a little drop somewhere, but then kind of come back. Because you can, as you saw, I finished The Hidden. It was really good. I got really into it. And then I started getting really into Dracula. And that was super duper fun. Now I'm kind of on like that little downward slope, you know. I'm excited to start with my best friend's exorcism. I wanted to get to it, but a part of me really wanted to get to reading ahead for Dracula just so I could stay on top of classes, even just be a little ahead, be a little bit, you know, of a teacher's pet, not too much. Pretty fine with how this went, and this was really fun because it did get me to read, and it got me to be like, well, now I gotta finish this book because now I read to a good part, a part that it's suspenseful, it makes me curious, like what happens next. So I'm really excited about that. I'm glad that that happened, and I hope this was pretty realistic. I only have 4 classes total, and Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are like my most classes a day days I have. I only have 1 class Tuesday, Thursday, so you're like, well girl, you got all that time to read. Yeah, but you also gotta know that there's other things I want to do. Because it may be too cold to read outside, because I was pretty cold on the balcony reading Dracula. I think that's why I was making that scrunched up face. It was, you know, nice enough to actually go out on a walk, and that's what I did yesterday. And that was super duper fun. I love walking around my campus. It's so much fun. And my boyfriend's got me into Pokemon Go. I'm not ashamed. It's not a bad thing. It's just, when I get addicted to something, it sticks. That's why I don't smoke or anything. Like, I'm being serious. Like, I find things like, okay, like maybe not so bad for my health, but like writing fanfiction, for example. I was obsessed with that. I was addicted to that. I wanted to write as many Marvel fanfics as I could. Reading, when I was younger, in middle school, all I did was read book after book. And now it's just basically apps on my phone. I'm obsessed with Pokemon Go. I think the characters are cute. But a little bit about me, I actually used to collect Pokemon cards as a kid because I thought the characters were cute. Before I rant about anything else, I think I'll just end the video here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see this again, comment down below, please. I've been thinking of doing a 24-hour reading challenge. I do really like doing those. And I bought the Hunger Games today. Ooh, imagine that in a 24-hour reading challenge. Well, actually, I don't want to like speed run that read, you know. I want to like take it in, but still, at least to like get me started somewhere. I pretty much think that's gonna be like a summer read, so super excited to just kind of launch this video because, like I said, I have memberships now. I'm thinking about doing supers. I need to really understand supers more. To me, they're kind of the same as memberships, but I gotta look into it, okay? Let me look into it. But if you get a membership for my channel, that helps me so much, and I just want you to know I greatly appreciate you. Like, you are helping me reach my dream of being able to talk about books and writing and doing that for a living, for a job. Thank you, really. And I want to do my best to make really good content too. I know like my camera isn't the best, but I'm gonna work with what I got. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, if you liked this kind of style of videos, seeing this little like read a week challenge or whatever, please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any other challenges that I could throw my hat in the ring for, please leave them down below. I think that'd be really fun. Thank you all. I hope you have a great night, day, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're good. Bye.